What exactly is an object? You use the word object very differently from everyday speech.
An object cannot be reduced in either direction. It cannot be reduced to its pieces downward, and it cannot be reduced to its effects upward. Very good question. Alain Badiou being one of the most prominent, probably the most prominent living French philosopher, someone I think highly of as a philosopher. When it comes to the theory of objects, we have nothing but disagreements, I'm afraid.
If I were to give, say, wine to a cat or a machine, either it would die or it would just register acidity on a sensor. So in that sense, isn't aesthetics the most human filter imaginable?
Fascinating and utterly controversial question, so I'll have to be very careful here. Palestine, in reverse, in a way, many factions of the Israeli population want to deny the existence of Palestine as a real entity. They'll want to claim that the Arabs already have lots of different countries, and so there isn't really a country called Palestine. So there was a case where in France, there was some sort of garbage dump that environmental groups were lobbying to close. But then it turned out that snails had adapted to this garbage dump, and they were a very rare snail that had found a home in that artificial garbage environment. And so the same environmental groups were suddenly moved to protest to keep it open.
Professor, I want to stay with some of the criticisms your work has received, especially from Marxist and political thinkers.
The Third Reich, the Nazi government, that's an object, whether you like it or not, and you have to ontologically study it as an object. And at that first level, you're not making distinctions. So that's one example of how non-human objects create political conflict, but can also create partnership. Other ways of compelling people besides military force and imprisonment are going to be a large part of the political landscape of the future.